Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie back at you today with another product review. And what I'm looking at is Rich and Rare Canadian whiskey. This is a Canadian whiskey that was introduced in 1962. It does have natural flavors. It is bottled by Sazerac in Frankfort, Kentucky. It is produced in Canada, though. So 1962, been around for a long time. There's no age statement on the bottle. I've had this before. Go check out Ron Ontario's channel, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We did an examination of this product. He does a lot of challenges, taste challenges with this whiskey and other cheap Canadian whiskeys. So if you're interested in trying this product and you really want to know what it's like, watch his videos. He breaks it down very well. He's always done a great job with his channel. So check him out if you haven't already. Especially our examination of it. Myself, Ron, and the Whiskey Scout, Robert, we all examined this product. I think it turned out really well. Very in-depth discussion about this product. So anyway, I gave it a pour. It's a very, it's actually kind of dark for a Canadian whiskey, although not really dark. I guess you could say that it's a chestnut color. Or a golden color. You could say it's a golden to chestnut color. Looks really nice in the glass, of course. You've got some nice alcohol legs going down there. It is 80 proof, so standard alcohol for this type of product, for a blended Canadian whiskey. 80 proof, 40% alcohol. That's your typical. That's typically how they bottle these types of products. All right. It is a little bit more spirit driven than some of the other cheap Canadian whiskeys that I've had, but once you get through that initial alcohol burn in the nostrils, you're picking up on a nice caramel sweetness. There is a little nuttiness with this one, maybe some almond extract, which I've described in a lot of the cheaper Canadian whiskeys that I've had. However, this one is not as in your face. It's a little bit more balanced. You're definitely picking up on some caramel toffee, light vanilla. There is some wood with this one as well. Not a really charred oak presence on the aroma that you would get with a standard bourbon whiskey. But there is definitely some wood presence on this one, almost like when you're, like a toothpick type thing, just a standard wood smell. And I think when we get into the taste, you'll notice we'll notice the same thing, that you're picking up on wood, but it's not heavily charred like with bourbon whiskey. It smells really good. Really nice. $9.99 for a 750 ml bottle. Actually, this one I got for $8.99 for a 750 ml bottle. They have another product, Rich and Rare Reserve, which I got for $9.99. I was really excited about that, and I can't wait to try it. But this bottle, 750 ml glass bottle, was $8.99. So I'm very pleased with the price point. All right, so it smells really good. Let's get into it. Cheers, guys. All right, very smooth all the way through. A little bit of alcohol is coming in now that I've swallowed it down, but it's very mellow, very smooth all the way through. It smells a little bit more spirit driven with on the aroma, but once you actually take a sip of it, it's actually not as spirit driven as you might think it would be with the aroma. You're definitely picking up on some nice caramel sweetness up front, little toffee, light vanilla. The wood is coming through. Not a charred oak type thing that you get with bourbon, like I said, but just a nice wood presence, which is nice because I don't really get that with the Canadian Hunter, the Canadian Limited. Those are more almond extract flavoring type uh, forward with that note, and there are natural flavors added to that as well. Those have more of that component in the aroma and the taste. This one is a little bit more balanced. You do get that slight almond extract nutty quality, but it is a little bit more spirit driven initially on the aroma. And then, of course, on the palate, you're getting the caramel toffee, vanilla sweetness, more of the wood presence with this one. And then, of course, the finish is really short-lived. It drops off really nicely. It's very inviting in that sense because you want to go right back in for another sip, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now. So cheers again, guys. Yeah, super mellow, easy drinking. Really, really enjoying this bottle. Actually getting down to the bottom of this, I drank quite a bit when we did the examination and then afterwards just sipping on it, but I actually spilled, unfortunately. I spilled a little bit of this bottle. Um, so I'm kind of down to the bottom now, but that'll last me a while. I'm not going to be in any hurry to finish this bottle. It's a good sipper. I think it does well as a standalone. Of course, it would be great as a mixer, but this one does hold up neat if that is how you want to drink it, whether just straight, like in a glass like this, or if you want to pour it over ice and sip on it. I think it would be really well. And of course, like I said, it's going to mix with just about anything. It'll be great as a cocktail in a mixed drink. So, you know, for an $8.99 to $9.99 price point for a 750 ml bottle, I don't think you can really go wrong with this. If you like Canadian whiskey, I think you would love this. Um, if you're used to bourbon and scotch, this might be a little off-putting for you if you're not used to this type of product. But if you're used to Canadian whiskey and you know what you're getting into with these types of products, I don't really think you're going to get wrong. There's nothing off with it at all. It is very good, and it does have enough flavor to stand alone. I'll give you an example of a Canadian whiskey that does not, for me, Canadian Mist. So if you've had Canadian Mist and you're drinking this side by side to that, I mean, it's completely different. It's a completely different ball game. This has a lot of standalone type qualities. It serves well, neat. Um, it's very enjoyable, and like I said, I can't wait to get into the Rich and Rare Reserve. I think that one's going to be. I mean, this one's really good. So the Rich and Rare Reserve, aged longer. I mean, it's basically the same product aged longer. Um, it's going to be that much better. So anyway, a great product. I don't give numerical ratings for this type of thing, but for a budget Canadian whiskey, I'm going to go. I mean, it's a solid B at a minimum. It's a solid B product. Really enjoy it. The only Canadian whiskeys that come to mind that I really enjoy more are, I mean, just the Canadian Club line of whiskeys are really, really enjoyable. I highly recommend those. And their standard variant is $9.99 for a 750 ml bottle. I think that one is slightly superior to this. And of course, the classic 12, the classic 12, 12-year aged product from them is $22 to $24.99 for a 750 ml bottle. The Canadian Club. That is probably my favorite Canadian whiskey that I've had so far, but that one's at a much more premium price point. Although it's still pretty reasonable. So if you want a great Canadian, an excellent Canadian whiskey, try the Canadian Club small batch classic 12-year. But for a budget Canadian whiskey at $8.99 for a 750 ml glass bottle, this is a winner. I'm going to go with a solid B. It is a great product. That'll do it for this product review, guys. Hope you're having a great day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.